Okay. Nothing here, but I want to know more about this star. Temperature 6130K. Look at... I don't know if souls... Let's just look... Oh! Okay. .7 SM 110 radius is 8.6 million. Radius is much smaller. Magnitude 14.2. Magnitude 5.7. Ooh, okay. Planetary exploration. So this is a system you could potentially get stranded in. If you jumped here without hydrogen to get... Unless I am a complete derp. But wasn't it copper and water? Yeah. Although if I'm like so hell-bent on not finishing or not ending on a single star system or not ending on a brand new system or something, or on a finished system I should say, yeah, just copper and water. Okay. How fun. I was completely distracted in the last episode trying to talk about my thoughts on balancing things. I do think that, like, the idea that you can just do everything, that a character can just do everything is a bit silly. I mean, I think that's kind of what I want to do with my system, and I don't necessarily want to have a level cap. And I kind of want just... You are free to do whatever you want, but you have to understand that, like, if you want to dedicate the amount of time to grind out every single skill in the game, that's absolutely ridiculous and you don't need to do that. But if you have a build... But if you do have a build that needs a little bit more... than this build, in order to make it work, then I don't really want to limit you there. But, yeah, at some point, is it really a role-playing game if you can do everything, though, right? It's also a thing. Yeah, I guess there are a few ways around that, like... In a tabletop game, I wouldn't want to limit you to, like, oh, you can only have these many spells or this many skills active at a time, although that is one way to do it. In my mind, I would want to, yeah, I don't know. I mean, having a giant level that's like... Yeah, you're going to... Like, if you have... I mean, the thought is that a max level character is going to have been around for a period of time and have done things. So... They should probably have... You know, they shouldn't be limited to necessarily just being a wizard and still completely incapable of doing everything else. You know? Picking up a few hobbies, picking up a few side skills, and definitely there are some things that, yeah, absolutely are like, crafting is absolutely a skill I want as a thing in my game. So, I am still... I'm not 100% sure how I want to do skills. The thing is, I made a character sheet for a very simplified character sheet, and maybe I just want to go balls to the wall with how many skills there are and have skills be like an entire page of the character sheet. Not an entire page, but like, you know, not trying to squeeze things, not trying to generalize everything. But yeah. There also has to be... Oh god. There does have to be some element, though, of, I don't know how well I have it set up, but, like... So again, I want a modular character system. I do want, as part of that being, like... You can, if you want to play as a dog, quadrupedal, no opposable thumbs, you can do that. You can be an intelligent dog or intelligent quadrupedal creature with no opposable thumbs. I don't see why that couldn't exist. But if you don't have opposable thumbs, you're gonna have to get creative with how you do things, and you're gonna get hit with some disadvantages there. And I do want that to be a practical just a thing that happens. And if you don't want to get hit with those debuffs, then you gotta get opposable thumbs. But if you want opposable thumbs, that's gonna be more, you know, generation or character generation points. And you know, you might have to sacrifice a little bit of this thing because, you know, you wanted that. So Also, there's I have to see, because yeah, I don't know, I'll have to go. I seem to remember, I think practically, or I think theoretically, like all of the character creation stuff that I've done, which I'm not done with it, but I did a lot of it is, like, the numbers are set up. Theoretically, I think it is a relatively balanced system, but, I don't know about how practical it is. I know there's a quadrupedal, there's a thing for having a quadrupedal stance, there's a thing for having a bipedal stance, and there's a thing for having a sort of mixed sort of thing where you can go between quadrupedal and bipedal, and I can't remember how I decided to set that up, or if I had set it up that much at all. There was also a thing about, like, being... there's a few different terms, but, like, having the sort of skeletal structure of, like, a dog versus an alligator. Those are two... well, okay, I mean, an elephant versus an alligator, I think technically both are plantigrades, but the, I think... But, you know, the alligator sort of has arms and legs out to the side of the body, whereas an elephant or a dog has, legs, underneath the body. So... And also, I don't know what a hybrid stance actually would be between a biped and a quadruped, in all fairness. Like, because, I mean, I, as a human, could go down on all fours. That is a thing you can do. And a dog can stand on two legs. They don't do it, you know, as a regular thing, but theoretically they could. So what exactly would a hybrid stance mean? I don't know, but that's a question for another day. Until then, Have a good day. Great day even. Chowskis.